Guys, I'm on my way this morning to see Toy Story 5 early. I am up early and I'm watching Toy Story 2 to get ready. I'm so excited. I'm whispering because my husband's sleeping. Sheriff Squirrel. I can't. So I just got out of the movie. I have nothing right now to say because it was so good. I have cried so much today. I'm going to again. Oh God, it was beautiful. Beautiful. Pizza. I don't even know where to begin with this review. So obviously my mind is still high as a kite from Toy Story 5. So I had the great privilege of seeing Toy Story 5 early on Saturday, and it was the most beautiful piece of cinema I have ever seen. I'm biased, of course, because I'm a huge Jessie fan, and this movie was everything. So I'm gonna talk about like the Jessie fan side of me, and then maybe like as a movie critic as well. So as a complete and utter nutty Jessie fangirl over here, oh my God, like I didn't think I could love Jessie as much as I do now. I love her so much even more after this movie. Andrew Stanton, Kenna Harris, like thank you so much for giving Jessie this time to shine. She really came through. And Joan Cusack, I mean, her vocal performance on Jessie, oh my God. I mean, she just went from being so like sassy to emotional, to hysterical, all in that great Jessie way. Oh my gosh. And then the new characters, I loved the new characters. I actually loved the lilypad. Smarty Pants was a big standout for us. We actually just bought a Smarty Pants for our collection. And Snappy, Atlas, we loved them. And then like the 50 Buzzes, those guys were great. Oh my goodness. And Woody, you know, Woody really didn't have a big part in this movie. He was more like moral support than anything for Jessie and Buzz. And Buzz was just Buzz. And I don't want to spoil anything. This is a non-spoiler review. The embargo lifted today. But let's just say Buzz has a mission, a very romantic mission. And that's all I'm going to say. And obviously it's got me smiling like an idiot because the ending for me was everything. Oh my God. There's this one scene, and I'm not going to say it, but redacted. Holy cow. The whole theater erupted like, whoa! And oh man, it was nuts. I'm still not over seeing this movie, and I'm going to be seeing it again twice on Thursday, once on Friday, once on Saturday, and then I think once on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm nuts. As someone who just loves Jessie so much and has been wanting this movie for her and Buzz, this movie delivered. Story-wise, beautiful. The lighting, oh my gosh, the lighting department, they need an award. Like seriously, this movie was so beautifully lit and rendered. The character models, the character designs, oh my gosh, they looked real. Like Jessie looked like an actual little human cowgirl. I mean, oh, and her facial expressions were so great. I loved the dynamic between her and Smarty Pants. I just thought him getting on her nerves was fantastic. Her and Bullseye, oh my God, that friendship they have. Oh my God. Let's just say I started crying as soon as like Toy Story 5 came up on the screen. And I got choked up at a couple parts. You know, this isn't really a spoiler. I know like it's been said, but Jessie really questions herself as a toy. You know, what's wrong with me? Am I not a good toy? And that's just something that really cut deep for me because I'm always second guessing myself. I always have imposter syndrome, and just hearing someone, you know, this character who I love so much, having these concerns as well, that made me really choked up. And then just Bonnie and Blaze kind of being like outcasts and, you know, getting just trashed and dumped by what they think are their friends, like stabbed in the back or disappointed because you thought you were friends with somebody and you're not, and, you know, they just turn out to be an asshole. Just the part in the car with Bonnie, and, you know, it's not a secret that, you know, Bonnie gets picked on a little bit. That part killed me because as someone who used to get bullied in school all the time, that really hit me hard. Bonnie is this very beautiful little girl who has this vast imagination, and you know, she is considered behind in the movie. Like, they say, oh, you know, you're not on the pond, you're not technically advanced like the other kids, but like, it's like Jessie observes, like, Bonnie is so special. She's, you know, whimsical, she, you know, she's goofy, she has such a great imagination, she's very innocent. And I personally feel like Bonnie is just this authentic, innocent little girl that, you know, maybe her parents could have held off getting her a lily pad, and, you know, there's got to be resources or, like, I don't know, play dates or something that she could have gone on. I don't know. That's just me babbling, but that got me hard. But let's just get back to the story. So the story for me as a Jessie fan was just beautiful. It wrapped up Jessie so much with her overcoming her abandonment fears, the flashbacks with Emily, forget about it. And then just Jessie's leadership, man, like, she is a mom. That's why I call her my cowgirl mama, because she is so nurturing. She is such a mom towards, like, Bonnie, which, I mean, it's kind of crazy. She's her toy. She's her cowgirl doll. But, you know, just the way she just loves Bonnie and wants what's best for Bonnie at the end of the day and is there for Bonnie. And it's so cute how Bonnie kind of uses Jessie as, like, a crutch, as like a comfort thing. And as someone who has, well, I have a Jessie doll as my comfort thing, but, like, people have, like, a comfort, like, stuffed animal or blanket or, like, something to, like, hold on to. Like, for me too, like, I'm a fiddler, so it's like when I'm on a call for work, I'm, like, you know, squeezing something or whatever. I mean, it was just a beautiful relationship between owner and toy. Unfortunately, you know, I know there's a lot of people out there who, like, love Rex, Slinky, the potato heads, like, all of them. They get some screen time, but it's not a lot. But the time they do have, it's pretty great. Again, I don't want to spoil it too much, but they rip on Buzz a lot, which is awesome. And another character I just loved was Blaze. I thought Blaze was fantastic, and she reminded me so much of myself because she is country, as someone who was raised in, I call it the boonies here in Illinois, and she's also rock and roll. Like, she was just jamming out to music and just running around her room. That's what I do. I mean, low key, when I'm home alone, I have my headphones on all the time and I'm always jamming out. So, guilty. And I love Blaze for that. I love how nice Blaze is to Bonnie as well. Like, she's not greedy with Jessie and Bullseye. She's just like, these are your toys, don't you want them? Like, actually encouraging Bonnie to take her toys, because I feel like Blaze deep down knows how much Bonnie loves her toys, and it's just like a ruse, because Blaze is going through kind of like the same thing with making other friends. Oh God, what else? I mean, I think for the majority of the movie, I was in shock, because I'm like, this is finally happening. This movie is here, and it's so amazing. And every time Jessie was on the screen, I was just entranced by her and just her performance, Joan's vocal performance. Again, like, this movie was just so beautiful. And as a Jessie fan, as a lifelong Toy Story fan, this was such a good movie. Definitely a good comeback from Toy Story 4, in my opinion. But as a movie critic, I do have to say there are things that fell a little short, like the whole, like, 50 Buzz Lightyear, like, scenes. I felt like maybe that wasn't needed. I felt like the buzzes were just kind of thrown in, and, you know, it kind of took you away from the movie, which maybe that was the point. You know, just kind of like a relief from the actual plot, is just to go to this B plot and watch the buzzes just, like, I don't want to give it away, but just, like, run around and kind of find themselves in the mix. And then they eventually find our friends and join them. Another thing was the pacing. I thought was very fast. You know, there were just things that I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Maybe that's because I was overwhelmed. And honestly, I could have done with probably another, like, 30 minutes. And okay, Andrew Stanton, if there is a Stanton cut of this movie, please, for the love of God, release it, because I need a Stanton cut. There are things I'm a little confused of, like my interactive dolls, they have lines that weren't in the movie. There was also things in the junior novel that weren't in the movie that I was, like, kind of looking forward to. But I mean, that was just really little things. I mean, overall, like I said, I was rendered speechless. I melted in my seat during one part. Literally, my husband, like, was like, "Are you okay?" And then at the end of the movie, like, when the lights turned on, I was sobbing because it happened. Like, the movie was just so gorgeous. It just all came at me at once when the movie was over. And I'm just so, again, I keep saying like rendered speechless, but I'm still trying to gather my thoughts about the movie. You know, it's just, I mean, those two things are probably the only things I can think of. Oh, maybe Woody as well. I mean, I feel like they just kind of threw Woody in, like, we need Woody. There's no Toy Story without Woody. We need him. And then they just kind of like threw him in with Buzz to try to rescue Jessie. I mean, Woody was great. And, you know, he's just a testament to us millennials getting older. We have aches and pains, bald spots, you know, we're a little chubby around our waist, you know. So it's great. And I mean, that's just, I wouldn't say that's a complaint. I would just say like, it was just something I noticed. So all in all, please, for the love of God, go see this movie. Andrew Stanton, release the Stanton cut if there is one. And I want to know what you guys think. Please enjoy your time seeing this movie. I really enjoyed counting down this movie with all of you guys, and it's finally here, which is unbelievable. We have been counting this movie down for so long. We've been so excited for this movie. I know we've been watching like clips and trailers, like counting down for the trailers even was such an exciting time. The merch drops, just everything. I'm not going anywhere, and I am so excited for everyone else to see this movie. I'm excited for like the artists and the writers to come out of the woodwork for fan art and fan fiction. Like, please send me your stuff. I love fan art and fan fiction, especially when it has to deal with Jessie and or Buzz and Jessie. And Toy Story fans, I also want you to come on my podcast with me. I want to have as much Toy Story fans as I can on the podcast. We'll have just this big discussion on the movie, and I don't have an outline yet for that, but I really, you know, I'm inviting anyone who's interested, so please let me know. And once again, go out, enjoy the movie, let me know how you like it, and have fun.